Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we'll be talking about a weekly Torah portion, but actually about two weekly Torah portions, Matot-Massei, that concludes the fourth book of Torah, Sefer B'Midbar, the book that we do our journey through the desert. And this is how the last parsha is called, the journeys, and as it says, life is the journey, not a destination. I know personally this phrase from the song by Aerosmith, but originally this phrase comes from the American writer and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson. And this phrase is enrooted in our weekly Torah portions. The meaning of this is in the Parshas Massei, the journeys. And we describe in the details 42 journeys of Jewish people in the desert. This is the long 40 years old journey that we got going from Egypt to land of Israel, and it could be sure about the story with the spies created our own problems and made this journey much longer. But in general, this parsha describes the whole history, or rather the idea that stands behind the history of the Jewish people, because we are the travelers club. We are the people that constantly moving. Look at our first father, the first Jew, the first words that God tells to the first Jew, Hashem tells to Avram, Lech Lecha, go for yourself somewhere, and he goes, and he never stops. And this is the idea, not only because we're constantly immigrating from one place to another, but also look at our prayers. We always think about the better place. We're always praying about some new land that we arrive and some new building that we will build. We're not concentrating on current. We're always planning our next journey, God willing, final journey. I'm sure none of us moving from one place to another and thinking about the next move. No, we hope this is it. We came to our destination. Yes, we believe that there is a better place. And to tell you the truth, when the Jewish people stuck in one place for too long, you know the history lessons. It always turns out not so good for the Jewish people. The 19th century philosopher, the religious philosopher Soren Kierkegaard, he discusses in his work the difference between religious approach through ethics and aesthetics. And our weekly Torah portion and the idea of constant movement, I think, reveals to us very important understanding answer to many questions. For example, why there is no visual art so much developed in the Jewish people? Why there's always argument if there is such a thing as a Jewish art at all? Because in order to produce visual arts, something like aesthetical enjoyment, you need to stop. You need to look around. You need to accept, enjoy the surroundings, then develop techniques of the visualization, then visualize it, then take a step back, look again, enjoy. And this how generations after generations, the old joke about the English gardening, when the tourists came to the English gardener and saw the beautiful line-up gardener with the straight lines, he said, oh, how can you do this? Such a beautiful work. He said, no problem. We're practicing for the last 500 years. This is not about us. The Jewish people are constantly on the move. Because our mission in this world is not aesthetical, is ethical, is how we bring the principles, the ideas of the moral life to the society. We build new societies. We enhance the world with our moral teachings. And for the last 200 years, we were pretty successful in this. As we know, the modern civilization is called Christian Judeo civilization. In order to do so, in order to spread the knowledge of morality and ethics, we need to be on the move. We cannot stop until we reach our final destination. And as the prophet says, that all the nations in the end will see that God, those are the words of God, and as other nations will say that from Zion will come the Torah and the words of God from Jerusalem. I wish you a safe journey to the final destination. Thank you very much. I see you next week.